Well, hello there, Apple Biteys. This is your Apple Bite Rafael Tavares talking to you from the Written Writ, a show where you and I and you take a journey together to become better writers. Yes. This week we shall be covering voice. I know you're wondering, what's voice? This ain't a singing class. Well, it is technically. Well, we're singing through writing, but that's not the point. Well, voice, in the most simplistic way possible, is the way you write your story, the way you bring it out, the way you put it on paper, the way it comes out of you. Of course, you're saying that's simple, but no, I think what we tend to do, we tend to emulate our favorite writers. Your voice is not writing like Stephen King. Your voice is not writing like Neil Gaiman. Your voice is writing like you, whoever that may be, and taking your voice from inside and putting it on paper. How is it that you tell this story? How is it that you will write what it is in front of you? Yes, it sounds simple, but it may be complicated. At the same time, it may be complicated, but it is very simple. You get what I'm saying? No. Well, I had a long and arduous journey to find my voice. And in the end, I figured out that all along I was writing as myself. I wasn't trying to be anybody else. Oh, wait, I take that back. When I was younger and I loved my detective novels, I would write just like those old detective novels, those pulp fictions from the 1940s. I love that style of writing. I love that noir. It's just fantastic. And remember, my first character was a detective. Yeah, I know. Well, the whole thing is now I can actually write a detective story with my own voice. It may have little bits and pieces of that old noir style, but it is entirely me. And that's what I'm telling you. You need to write the way you will write. You will write. Of course, we can take from here and there, but in the end, we need to find our own voice and write. And that's what this is all about. Finding your own voice. Yes, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because it took me a long time to figure this out, and it's such a simple definition, and it's complicated. I agree. But if you continue to write, if you continue to write well, you will get there. And that's the whole thing. Practice, practice, practice. Like anything else, just keep writing. Sooner or later, you'll hear this little voice is coming out of you, and you will find it. And that's my 2 cents on voice. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I didn't get it wrong. Maybe you think I got it wrong. Or maybe you have something else to add on this. Well, if you do, then share with us, of course. Put it on the comment section below. Let us know. Let's have a conversation here. I'm always open. That's the whole thing. You need to stay open in life so that you can grow. As long as you're ready to stay open and listen to what's going on around you, you will grow. And it'll help you find your voice. Now, I hope I got that. As we all know, a writer's prompt is a writer's tool that we use to get ourselves writing. Recently on the Written Writ, you may have remembered the fact that I told you guys that sometimes all you need to do is keep your ear open and you will pick up story ideas and things and such. Okay, get it? Oh, never mind. Well, while I was on the train, I heard this guy say that's because of climate change. And he said it in a way where he was so sure of his facts, where he was regurgitating. I get it, regurgitate. All this information that he has built up in his little brain, and now he's repeating it to you as his own knowledge. Yeah, you know the type of people. They just tell you stuff, they're only repeating what they heard. regurgitating all this stuff. Yeah, him or her, they all do it. We know those people. You can let them know we're watching them. I'm watching you too if you did it. Well, anyway, that's because of climate change, is what I heard. What I did with it was this. Let's find out. That's because of climate change, he said, as a matter of fact, as if I was supposed to stand there in awe of his omnipotent intelligence. I was supposed to ignore that he sounded word for word like an article I had read off the internet. It was so plagiarized that I was expecting the writer to show up with his lawyers and slap him with a lawsuit. I sighed and then said, "Do you ever have even a simple thought for yourself, or does your brain route that through the internet before you can breathe?" He was about to protest, but I interrupted and continued. "It is like you are the mindless drone, just happy to spread other people's knowledge, without even taking a moment to actually look at the information that you are spewing and make your own deduction. Just happy to regurgitate whatever bile it is being spewed from whatever orifice and take it on as nourishment." His silence held books of evidence against him as he stood there with his mouth wide open as if to be his own picture for the definition of what he was. Come talk to me when you have an actual manifestation of what would be considered intelligent brain activity. Yeah, kind of people pissed me off, so I just went like on a rant and a rave there. You know, yeah, I just don't like those type of people. I hate people that just regurgitate information and act like they know what they're talking about. Albeit, if you go, you do your research, and you put some brain matter into what you are reading and looking at, I will respect you. But you really need to think about what it is that you are thinking about. You can't just read something off the internet, give it to me, and go, "That's what I think." I'm like, that's not what you think. That is definitely not what you think. Not at all. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's going on in that brain of yours. Well, that is exactly what I did with That's Because of Climate Change. And the word of the week is regurgitate. If you want to read this and check out anything else I've done, you can check out drownex.tumblr.com. If you want to use our little comment section down there to just do your work there and let us know what's going on, if you like the show, if you have any comments or suggestions or anything else, or you want to write your story like I just said down there, then go do so. While you're down there, you might want to press that little box down there that says subscribe. And subscribe, because that way you know when the show's coming out and you get all these little pleasant reminders of, hey, Ralph just put up the written writ. Yes, that's the way to do it. If you want some extra XP or one of those special benefits or something, you can press on this little guy here. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. This will give you the special skills. And yes, choose wisely as to what it is you want. If not, this is Rafael Tavares signing off from the Written Writ. Tune in next week when I will use my little friend here and gain strength. Or would that mean knowledge? Maybe wisdom. Who knows? Adios, amigos. Well, hello there. This week's writer's prompt is... Well, it doesn't seem like much of a writer's prompt, but you could write something with this, but I think something's happened.